Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've ever gripped the armrest like your life depended on it at 35,000 feet, absolutely convinced that one random air pocket was about to send the plane spiraling into a full-on disaster movie scene. Yeah, I've been right there with you. Sweaty palms, heart pounding out of your chest, silently bargaining with the universe, just get me on the ground safely and I swear I'll never fly again. But here's the crazy mind-blowing truth. Stick around, because I'm about to hit you with 8 fears that are complete BS. Trust me, you're not going to believe number 1.*8. Airplane turbulence. You're at cruising altitude, finally relaxing with your overpriced soda, and suddenly bam, the plane drops, shakes, trays rattle, drinks spill, kids scream. Your brain screams, "We're going down." But let's break it down. Turbulence is just unstable air. Think invisible speed bumps caused by jet streams, mountains, thunderstorms, or even wake from other planes. Modern commercial jets, Boeing 737s, Airbus A320s, etc., are engineered to handle insane forces. Wings can flex 20 to 30 feet up or down in severe clear-air turbulence without structural failure. That's by design, like a tree bending in the wind. The plane might drop 20 to 50 feet, or rarely up to 100 in extreme cases, but that's peanuts compared to what the airframe is certified for. Gusts up to 2 to 3 grams or more. Pilots use onboard weather radar, satellite data, and reports from other flights to reroute around the worst stuffits, like ways avoiding traffic jams. FAA stats show turbulence causes injuries mostly to unbuckled people or crew, but fatal accidents from turbulence alone, none in commercial jets. You're statistically safer flying than driving to the airport. So next time it gets bumpy, tighten your seatbelt, sip carefully, pop in noise-canceling headphones and think, this is still safer than rush hour gridlock. The plane's got this. Number 7. Free-falling elevators. Hollywood loves this one. Cable snap. Dramatic free-fall, screams, boom. Modern elevators are ridiculously safe, one of the safest forms of transportation, period. They don't dangle from one flimsy cable. We're talking 4 to 8, sometimes more, independent steel cables, each strong enough to hold the entire car plus max passengers with a huge safety margin, often 10x plus overload capacity. If even one cable fails, super rare, the others keep everything steady. But here's the genius part. The overspeed governor, a spinning device that constantly monitors speed. If the car drops faster than approximately 15 to 20% over normal, it triggers powerful wedge clamps that grip the guide rails. Like emergency brakes on steroids, stopping you in seconds with a firm jolt. As backup, a giant oil-filled buffer at the bottom of the shaft absorbs any residual impact, like the world's beefiest shock absorber. Elevators get inspected obsessively. Monthly plus annual deep checks, stats. About 30 elevator-related deaths per year in the US, mostly from people messing with doors or maintenance issues, but approximately 2,000 deaths from stair falls alone. You're way more likely to trip on stairs than plunge in an elevator. So when that tiny drop happens, normal re-leveling, just breathe. It's a fortress, not a death trap. Number 6. Airbags exploding in your face, that split-second white puff blasting out at 200 miles per hour. Terrifying in theory, life-saving in reality. No actual explosion like a bomb, it's a super-fast chemical reaction, sodium azide or similar, releasing harmless nitrogen gas to inflate the bag in 30 to 50 milliseconds faster than your blink. Reflex approximately 100 to 150 milliseconds, sensors everywhere, front, sides, even seat weight. Position, decide in milliseconds if, when, and how aggressively to deploy, tailored for adults, kids, or even unbelted passengers. Newer smart airbags adjust force based on occupant size to avoid overinflation risks. They're hidden in steering wheels, dashboards, doors, roofs, curtain airbags, even knee center positions now. NHT SAIIHS data. Frontal airbags alone have saved over 50,000 lives in the US since the 80s, with approximately 4,000 in recent years alone. They reduced driver fatalities in frontal crashes by approximately 30%. Yeah, they can bruise or break noses in low-speed hits, but that's the trade-off for not dying. Your car is packed with invisible heroes next crash. Thank them. Number 5. MRI machines. That massive noisy tube can feel like something out of a sci-fi horror movie. but it's actually one of the safest diagnostic imaging tools available. No ionizing radiation whatsoever. Unlike X-rays or CT scans that carry a small cumulative cancer risk with repeated exposure, MRI works with powerful magnetic fields, usually 1.5 to 3 Tesla, and radio waves at harmless frequencies similar to your phone or Wi-Fi. To align and excite hydrogen atoms in your body's water and fat molecules, the signals bounce back to create incredibly detailed images of your brain, spine, joints, organs, everything, without leaving any lasting effects on your cells or tissues. The main precautions are strict screening to remove all metal objects, no non-M, are eye-compatible pacemakers, watches, credit cards, in pockets, etc. Because the magnet is incredibly strong and could pull ferromagnetic items across the room. For properly screened patients, though, there's virtually no risk to the body. The biggest complaints are the loud banging noises, like a construction site earplugs or headphones, are always provided. Potential claustrophobia, open or wide-bore MR is help a lot, and scan times that can run 20 to 60 minutes, plenty of people actually fall asleep inside. Millions of MREs are performed every year worldwide, with essentially zero long-term health risks. If your doctor recommends one, go in knowing it's just a loud, incredibly advanced camera safely looking inside you. Asterisk number 4. Viper dry bites. You get bitten by a rattlesnake, copperhead, cottonmouth, or other pit viper, and panic sets in, instantly fangs in your leg. Venom coursing through you, emergency room dash. But here's the surprising twist. 20 to 60% of pit viper bites in the US, averaging around 25 to 50%, depending on the species and circumstances, are completely dry, no venom injected at all. Snakes don't waste precious venom on every defensive strike. Producing and replenishing it takes energy, so they often deliver a quick, dry bite to warn you off and make you back away without expending their ammo, especially if they're not actively hunting or have recently fed. You still get painful puncture wounds, possible local swelling or bruising from the mechanical trauma of the fangs, but no systemic envenomation, no nausea, no spreading tissue damage, no bleeding disorders. That said, never gamble on it being dryaways. Treat every bite seriously. Immobilize the limb. Get to a hospital immediately for evaluation, monitoring, and antivenom if any symptoms appear. Better to be over. Nature actually includes this built-in safety net for many encounters. Asterisk number 3. Bungee jumping. Jumping off a tall bridge or platform with only a giant elastic cord attached to your ankles sounds completely reckless, but the actual risk is astonishingly low. Serious injury or fatality rates hover around 1 in 500,000 jumps. Some estimates put it even lower, which puts it in the same ballpark as getting struck by lightning way, rarer than most people imagine. Professional setups use high-strength, multi-strand cords tested too many times your body weight, full-body harnesses with multiple attachment points, redundant anchor systems, precise calculations for cord length based on your exact weight, jump height, and even wind conditions to prevent any chance of hitting the ground. Operators undergo extensive training and equipment gets constant inspections. Most reported injuries are minor things like twisted ankles from landing awkwardly afterward or tripping while excited on the platform. People in their 80s and 90s have done it safely. Statistically, the drive to the jump site is far riskier than the jump itself. Asterisk number 2. Chemical face peels. The idea of putting acid on your face sounds straight out of a villain's playbook, but professional medical-grade peels using controlled strengths of glycolic acid, TCA, salicylic acid, or others are a precise, safe way to renew skin. Licensed estheticians or dermatologists apply exact concentrations for exact amounts of time, dissolving only the outermost dead layers in a controlled way. You might see temporary frosting on the skin as it reacts, followed by flaking and peeling that reveals smoother, brighter skin underneath. When done by experts, risks like prolonged redness, uneven pigmentation, or scarring are very low, far lower than long-term sun damage, acne scars, or botched at-home treatments. It's a controlled reset for your skin, not a dangerous burn. Always go to qualified professionals for the best results and safety. Asterisk. And finally, number 1. Irradiated food. Seeing fruits stay fresh for weeks or spices with no bugs can make you wonder if something sketchy is happening. But food irradiation is a proven safe process. Food is exposed to a brief, controlled beam of energy similar to medical X-rays, but without any heat or chemicals that kills bacteria, parasites, insects, and spoilage organisms. Nothing radioactive is left behind. The food itself doesn't become radioactive, and taste, texture, and nutritional value stay virtually unchanged. Decades of research by the FDA, WHO, CDC, and others confirm it's completely safe. Astronauts eat irradiated food on missions. Huge volumes of spices, fruits, meats, and more are treated worldwide every year. Fun fact, a single banana naturally emits more radiation from potassium-40 than any irradiated food ever does. It's one of those quiet technologies that makes our food supply safer and longer lasting without anyone noticing. There you have it, 8 common fears, completely demystified with the real facts. Hopefully this helps take the edge off next time you're buckling up for takeoff, stepping into an elevator, or considering that wild adventure. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely read them all. If this eased your mind even a little, give it a like, subscribe for more myth-busting breakdowns, and share it with that super anxious friend who needs to hear it. Catch you in the next ones. Stay fearless out there.